Good evening, everyone. The Symetra Tour road to the LPGA had a topsy-turvy leaderboard in the third and final round at the Sweetgrass Golf Club in Harris. The lead changed a couple times on the front nine. We'll start on the third hole, par 3. Shannon Fish of Texas for birdie. She was in fourth place going into the final round. Fish cast the right line and drains the birdie, but she had a 73 and finished tied for 10th at 5 under par. On to the seventh. Also a par 3, Spain's Celine Urbine off the tee. She would use one of the small hills to help her shot roll to within 6 feet of the cup, but she missed the birdie putt. Urbine's recorded a 69 and concluded in a tie for fourth place at 7 under par 209. Two groups later, Canada's Samantha Richdale took advantage of her tee ball on the 7th and guided her birdie attempt into the center of the hole to move her to 4 under par. The leader going into the final round was Canada's Anne-Catherine Tanguay. She was practically in another zip code on the 7th green. One official said that was about 90 feet away. Very good roll. Tanguay made par, but she struggled with a 75 and ended up tied for 7th at 6 under par at 210. On to the 15th, which was the Island Green. A couple players found the water, but they were not in contention at that point. Last week's winner, 17-year-old Brooke Henderson of Canada, birdied 13 and eagled 14. This was for birdie, but a last-second left turn prevented her from moving up to 9 under par. She was second at that point at 8 under. Moments later, same group. Thailand's Sherman Santi Widwat Thunafong. That's right, 20 letters if you have a chance to calculate that. Yes on the birdie. She also birdied 17 and 18 to finish a 7 under 209, tied for fourth. To the par 5, 18, Brooke Henderson with a birdie tried to take the clubhouse lead just past the hole, made the par to end up third at 8 under 208. Two groups later, Samantha Richdale had a chance to become the clubhouse leader if she could make this birdie putt on 18. Good from 15 feet or so, 9 under par, 207. To the final group, Sweden's Dani Holmqvist had made a couple great saves on 13 and 14. This putt was for a birdie and the win, a bold stroke that went about 5 feet past the hole. Fans and officials wondered if playoffs were in the imminent future. We had the par putt from Dani Holmqvist.
Playoffs, anything can happen. I heard that Samantha made a really good putt on the last hole from off the green, and that's really strong, and I'm just happy I two-putted that one. I saw a sign driving up here called the Swedish Pantry, and it was the Swedish callers, so I figured they might have Swedish food. So I went there and they had some Swedish stuff, so it was nice. Gave me kind of a good vibe for the week. It was a long time ago since I was home, so it was nice.
Holmqvist's first place check is worth $18,750. That raises her rookie year earnings to more than $26,000. She's a couple $1,000s short of joining the top 10 in the Volvic race for the card. The top 10 money winners on the Symetra Tour at the end of the season are able to join the LPGA Tour next year. Take a look at the final board here. Holmqvist of Sweden wins the championship, of course. She finished with a score of 206 and finished 10 under for the tournament. Samantha Richdale of Canada finished second. Brooke Henderson of Canada finished third. There were 3 players tied for fourth with a score of 209 and 3 players tied for 7th with a score of 210. On to a little racing here. Marquette Trails Fest continued with the enduro race, 3 hours, 3 trails, and half the battle was climbing up to the starting points. The trail on Fiddler's Path was a difficult course through the woods with several bridges to cross. Some riders even had to jump off their bikes to keep from injuring themselves on the narrow pathways. But many other brave souls did enjoy the rush of the extra speed that they gained from coming out of the mouth of the woods. The trail was a dark one as the trees blocked most of the sun, but that did not keep Neil Washburn from getting cheered on by the dedicated friends and fans that traveled the path. Other parts of the trail were quick downhills onto flat land back into the woods. Riders did not let this slow them down, though, as they raced through some of the sharpest turns and continued to push down the trail to the finish line. The third trail allowed a little bit of a reprieve. You can see Barry Burr here from Duluth pedaling to the finish. Philip Ott of Marquette finished with 8 minutes and 44.9 seconds for all 3, and Cooper Dendell of Marquette won the women's with 10 minutes and 30.1 seconds. On to a little Legion baseball action here. Menominee Red Wave against Green Bay Blue Jays. Bottom of the 5th, and Nathan Nowak will get a base hit into left field. Later on, Wave up 3-1. Dalton Newmeyer crushes this ball, but Green Bay's Matt Seablum shows off his best Willie Mays with the over-shoulder catch in center field. Final bat of the game, tying run on base, and Tyler Vandenhoogen will knock this ball into the sky high. It would drift to right field, and that would be the end. Menominee beats Green Bay 3-1. Matt Hansen throws a complete game.